She is a sex freak, and I will tell you, I will prove it to you now. There are older men. I pray are older men, older lonely men. Maybe they have their wives in abroad. There was this particular one. She told me at Lekki. They are their clients. When she comes, they said, this man wants to marry me. This man is always troubling me, wants to marry me, and so on and so forth. Before you know it, she has gone to the man's house. There was this lecturer at LASU. This was the particular one that made me know that maybe investigated those children. His name is Sunday. She told me they were having an affair while she was still with me. And that immediately the guy found out that she had a child, she had a son. The guy left her, and that she was sorry that she has ended it. Yes.
The night with his virgin there?
No, that was not the night. She has.
Are you the one that is virgin?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I acknowledge that.
Okay. All right.
If there's a lady in this world that I have ever raised my hand on, she should come out, sue me, and put me in jail. I can say proudly, I have never raised my hand against a lady before in my life. Before I made a mistake. That is why it's not good to tell ladies some secrets. I told her one thing about us in my household. When a lady gets pregnant for us, even if she's handicapped, even if she's blind, you marry her. That is my father's stand. I have said that long ago. Like, I can't tell you that I saw somebody sitting on my head from 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. every morning, every night. And I see the person's face, and you are telling me I don't know who the person is. You know? So.
When Adekunle finally took the stand, the courtroom shifted. He did not walk in hungry. He did not walk in nervous. He walked in as a man who believed his side of the story had not been heard. According to him, everything started innocently, even beautifully. He said he liked Josephine from the very beginning. He admired her, pursued her, and when he finally told her how he felt, she accepted his love with an open heart. From there, their relationship blossomed. They laughed, they bonded, and they built something that looks like a future. But somewhere along the line, the love began to fade. Then Adekunle said the words that froze the courtroom for a moment. He claimed he met her a virgin. He said it proudly, almost as if it validated his place in her life. But the shock came when he added that despite this, he still wanted a DNA test. A DNA test? For a woman he claimed he loved. For a woman he said he met untouched. For a child he helped create. Immediately the story changed direction. Because if he truly believed she was pure when he met her, then why was his first instinct doubt? Why question the paternity of a child conceived within the very relationship he fought to begin? Something wasn't adding up. And that is where the real mystery begins. So now the question is, if he loved her deeply enough to pursue her, why does he doubt her now? Is this DNA request coming from truth or from fear? Did their love really go south? Or is there something Adekunle isn't saying? And how can a man claim he trusted her enough to cherish her innocence, yet distrust her enough to question his own child? Let's head back into the courtroom and watch how Judge Funmi Ashaolu unravels this twist web of love.
Met Ayola during my service here as a youth corper.
When was that?
That was in 2005. Because I'm an SS patient, I usually get I'm always very careful before going into any relationship. So at that time I was going to 26 years. So then later I gave in to his request.
We met quite all right, and I liked her. That's one thing with me. If I like someone, I talk to the person. It's a free word. I spoke to her, and she said, okay. That was it. Yes, I went to Unilag. I was in the union. Unionism, Olusegun Mayegun, Red Drum. I'm sure a lot of people know him. I was in his cabinet. And we do unionism. I can mention all their names. If I give all of them, we were there together. We were prosecuted. Unilag 47, it was in the newspapers. Femi Falana was our lawyer. No court issue.
I'm aware of that issue. Move ahead.
Thank you, ma. Thank you, Your Honor. So after that, instead of waiting endlessly I went to UI. Sometimes when I was in my third level, I witnessed something in the night because I like to go out and drink. I was coming back to my lodge because I don't stay in the room. I was past staying with those young guys then. So I have my own personal BQ. I was coming, I saw something. A girl was being raped and she was molested and she was killed. I saw everything in the daytime. I went to Songo police station. Alhaji Hazam Mohammed was the DPO then. That was my biggest mistake in life. That ruined everything for me. To ruin me. I told him and they got them arrested. One of those guys, the father was a minister. One thing led to the other. Some police gave them my information. That was why I left there for my life. I was not pursued. I was not respected. That was how UI ended. So now I was at home, doing nothing. That was a period I met her because all these things I told her. That was a period I met her. But I did not go into details with her. But of course, because she was to malign me, she said courtism. That one is. So those are the two instances. Eventually, I finished at UNN. No encouragement. The person that hates you and come out in the morning and start calls, why would the person encourage you? But anyway, I have this luck. When I went there, truly, because then I just left UI. I had nothing and I had to put something together to get back on my feet. So I applied for that job. And when I applied for the job, they gave me a protocol officer position because there was this guy, I didn't know then when I was doing the interview, there was this guy that knows Mayegun and knew me when I was in Unilag, and he was telling the senior manager admin that this guy is brilliant. What is he doing here? This one driver. Don't know. He told him a little about me. So the admin man took me aside and finished with the rest. Then they now put me in the protocol. So from there, I went to head protocol straight. So I didn't know why.
You went to where?
I went to head protocol, the protocol unit.
Okay.
So I didn't know what happened until later when I got to know this was what happened. So then I remember they gave me, because I was attacked during, there was a time we went to pick Madam at the airport around 2 a.m. and I was attacked when I was going because I had no vehicle, nothing. So when I got to my area, I was stabbed in the armpit and it was beginning to smell. So there was a time, I was trying to treat it, but I didn't have enough money. And the MD was like, what is smelling? What's that nasty smell? And they said it was me. She asked me what happened. I told them, said, okay, going forward, give him a place at Bodilon Drive, give him a car to drive. She made everything easy for me. And I mean, that was the beginning of a good time. So I was now I was a low-level class staff mixing with the high-level class one because they were all staying in that guest house, all my guys, AGM, GM, and so on and so forth. So she likes to come down there. And when she comes down, I like to show her off. I mean, she's a senior banking official, and then I'm dating her. So I like to feel this is the only way I could feel belong among them. That okay, fine. But I noticed she was even worse than I was because she was like, what is your problem? Why are you feeling to stand up? You can speak very well. You look nice. When I noticed this wasn't working well, and I'm outspoken. I'm not a violent person. I will say it. This is a national TV or broadcasting, whatever. I will say it. If there's a lady in this world that I have ever raised my hand on, she should come out, sue me, and put me in jail. I can say proudly, I have never raised my hand against a lady before in my life. Even my kids, my daughters, I don't raise my hand to beat them. I can beat my chest on that. So that's that. I'm proud of that. So when I felt like, you're even bringing me down. I called. I was driving out because I had a nice car, and they made sure of that. So I was going and say, look, I don't like the way you. I said maybe we need to give ourselves some space. She said, why? I said because the way you behave.
That was before you had Jadesola.
Before we had Jadesola, she wasn't pregnant then. But I made a mistake. That is why it's not good to tell ladies some secrets. I told her one thing about us in my household. When a lady gets pregnant for us, even if she's handicapped, even if she's blind, you marry her. That is my father's stand. I have said that long ago. I told her that when we were just starting. Maybe it was because I was in love then. I shouldn't have said that. So when we're going, I told her, maybe we need to give ourselves some space. This is strictly not going to work. Honestly, I told her that. We were on Third Milan Bridge. He said, what happened? I explained to her. You're always looking to me. What's scaring you when you're with people? These people are not bigger than you. If I can stand there and look them in the face, what's your own? So I dropped her at her auntie's place at Faster. And I came back. And that was that. I came back and said, look, I'm over with that. For some months, she didn't call. I was very happy. I moved on with my life. So obviously, maybe she had discussed that with one of her friends. This is where the problem starts from. And she thought she was smart. She came back one night, and she wanted to jump the fence of the guest house. We had a security guard then called Martins. Who was our security. She was beaten by the rain for close to 3 hours outside. I told Martins, don't open the gate for her. She is a sex freak, and I will tell you, I will prove it to you now. At the end of the day, Martins came back to me and told me that, okay, let her come now. It was that night that she got pregnant. Then she left again for another.
That's the night with his
That was in yes.
The night with his virgin there.
No, that was not the night.
Are you the one that is virgin?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I acknowledge that.
Okay. All right.
So she left.
You know why I asked that? I'm just wondering where that allegation of sex freak came up.
I will bring it. You will see it. You will see it. Don't worry. No problem. I will be brief. I told you I will be brief. I will not speak so long. But you will see where it comes from. So Martins came to me, and she left for about a month or so, maybe 2 months. Then she called. Immediately she called me. Immediately I saw her call, I wasn't happy because I didn't want to hear from her. I thought she had left. So the first thing I told her was, look, I'm already engaged. I'm getting married to someone else. Then the next thing that came back from my mouth was like, I'm pregnant. And that was where my problem started from. She called. After that,
she was actually pregnant.
She was actually pregnant. She was ovulating probably, because I don't know, when she came that night. And that was what she came to do, and she left. Thinking, if somebody to get pregnant in your house, that person cannot go, you must marry that person. So anyway, I started. I now went to...
I'm a bit confused there. Because before then, the two of you already met.
We have met. We have been meeting for a long time. That was why I told you.
So, repetition came in later, right? You repeated it.
Yes.
Again later.
Once. And that once turned into pregnancy. What has not turned into pregnancy for...
Well, nobody, is it by our own making?
No, I'm not saying it's by our own making. I'm just saying that all of a sudden that particular one's turned into... And I don't mind. So I made another stupid mistake. Because I had a pure heart. I see no reason why. So I went to her parents when she was pregnant. Contrary to what she said that I was denying. Because I was looking at when she later said, okay, I did not deny. I actually went to her parents. And that was another mistake. As a matter of fact, that was my biggest mistake. And told them that, okay, I'm responsible for this pregnancy.
How is that a mistake?
You get to find out.
But that's your child, right?
Yes, it's my child. It wasn't...
It was a mistake in acknowledging that child is yours.
You will say the mistake.
Okay.
I said, this child she's carrying, I'm responsible for it too. But since I don't love her anymore, I'm not going to marry her. That was the mistake.
Where is the mistake then?
The mistake where I said I'm not going to marry her. I will take care of the child, I will take care of her, but I'm not going to marry her.
Okay.
So later on when I told somebody that was older, because it was a very big problem for me. Because the mother was like, so you came here to insult me to my face. You said you got my daughter pregnant and you're not going to marry her. Okay, fine. Let's see now. So later on when I was having issues, because I don't believe anybody here in this courtroom will believe fetish things. I can't tell you that I saw somebody sitting on my head from 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. every morning, every night. And I see the person's face and you are telling me I don't know who the person is. You know? So I've started having issues. So I went to someone that was older than me and said, this is what is going on. I said, okay, what did you do to the woman? I said, I didn't do anything now. Fine, I got her daughter pregnant. And I told them that I will be taking care of her. And I've been taking care of the daughter. And when she gets when she gives birth, I will take care of the child. So you got somebody's daughter. If it's you, and they got your daughter pregnant, and they came to tell you your house that they got your daughter pregnant, I will not marry her. Would you be laughing? That was when I knew I made a mistake. But after that, things started happening. For example, she said she has been supportive. She took my friend, one of my friends. You know, I said I was a chief protocol officer, and Madam had a lot of influential people coming in and going. That was why I met a lot of influential people. And she got hold of my phone, and a lot of these influential people became my influential enemies. They don't want to hear me call again. That was why I said I will let you know why all my brothers blocked her. None of them now. If you go to her Facebook account, they've all blocked her. She used that to start sending all sorts of. It was on this same account that she sent that she started telling my friends that I have died. They were upset. Why would they not call me? Why would they be saying this kind of thing? So I have to go and block that account because she was using my account to send these messages. Let's rewind a little bit to her boss that she said she called me. One day the boss called me, and I went to go and meet her. And she said, this is why I can never stay with her in the same room. I have never touched her. But there's no way in this world or the next to come that I can stay with her or have anything to do with her. I will tell you what. When her boss saw me, her boss said, but you don't look like the kind of person. You don't look like a rapist. I said, me. We can call her now and confirm it. Because we still talk. We still converse. I said, me. Why would I do a thing like that? I can snap my finger and get a girlfriend. Why would I go and rape? Besides, she says, who gave it? Where did you come about that? And she told me that she was a virgin and you raped her, you disvirgined her through rape. I say, me. She was downstairs. Even if you don't call her openly now, I will still give you her number. You call and confirm. At least you can confirm and know whether I'm speaking the truth. She now sent someone. She now took her intercom and called her. Oh, she said, I should sit down. I want to see who it's like. So she called her and she came. When she came, she sat down and she said, repeat what you said. What did you say happened to you that this man did to you? She was looking. She didn't say anything. She now said it that no, I was the one that said it. When did I rape you? You will be jumping over the fence to come and have sex. Somebody will now be raping you. I now take my phone. I now called Martins. You will confirm Martins, the issue of Martins with her. Because I called. I now called Martins. I said, and I'll put it on speaker. I say, Martins, Alpha, I get one of my friends there where I tell her about that girl where they come, they meet me for that one where they work for bank. He said, okay, that Ashi. That was the first thing he said. I said, hey, why you call her Ashi? I said, oh God, that one, he liked that thing very well.
He said it. This was before you had... Before the twins. I just want to... You already had a child then?
Oh, of course.
You already had a child. So, when you were married then?
No, we're not yet married.
Oh, you already had Jadesola?
We already had Jadesola.
Okay.
So, so immediately, Martin said that on the speaker, she had it herself. I was now looking at the woman. Okay. So, she did not say anything throughout. Her boss now said, okay, you can go back. I will give you the number of her boss so you can confirm directly from her whether it is true. If she wants to be honest, she will confirm it. That was how she left. So when she left, I now told her boss that, okay, now it was her mother's issue I was still having. You are going about telling people that I raped you and disvirgined you. You got pregnant and now go and tell your parents after raping her. She got pregnant and now telling her parents I will not marry her again. If the person have witchcraft, will he not use it against me? Even if it's more than... And she will tell all her friends. If you can tell her boss, she will tell everybody. That was when I got pregnant. This woman can actually kill me. Because I know that it's a lie. Even if it's true. Told them, what you doing for me, do you know I will marry you. Spreading that kind of thing will destroy me. You can go to the police, fine. Police is okay. But do you know the kind of person you are telling that kind of information to? And it's a lie. That was when I decided in my mind that I wasn't going to have anything to do with her, but I was going to take care of that child. But that was just the beginning of my problems. Now, let me go to the hospital quickly. Let me just briefly go to the hospital.
We're talking about the twins now.
Yes. When the twins got, as I'm remembering, I'll just touch it one by one. She and her mom.
How many years after you had Jadesola?
I think.
You can come in. You should know the gap.
It was 3 years after Jadesola that he came begging.
All right then. Okay.
So we did the introduction.
So and is that third year that you conceived?
Fourth year I gave birth to the.
You conceived that year?
Yeah.
Okay. All right then.
You know, she confides to me. She tells me some things at times. And I told you that time that I will prove to you that she's a sex freak. I will tell you now. There are older men. I pray are older men, older lonely men. Maybe they have their wives in abroad. There was this particular one. She told me at Lekki. They are their clients. When she comes, they said, this man wants to marry me. This man is always troubling me, wants to marry me, and so on and so forth. Before you know it, she has gone to the man's house. There was this lecturer at LASU. This was the particular one that made me know that maybe investigated those children. His name is Sunday. She told me they were having an affair while she was still with me. And that immediately the guy found out that she had a child, the guy left her, and that she was sorry that she has ended it. Now, that one, she is telling you now that almost 6 months, she has a child. It's not even up, maybe around 5 months. That was when she had it. And the child, this Sunday, is twin. Those children are twin. First. Secondly, whenever they are going to that hospital, please, you can always find this one out. It is very easy to find out. You could send somebody there to find out. Whenever they are going to the hospital, I will drive her, because she cannot drive. Her mother cannot drive. I will drive her with her car that she left at her parents' house. When we went to our own home, she left it. She told me that the car should stay there with them. We can always get our own. I don't mind. I am not a lazy man. I can always get mine. She left the car there and gave them. They also took Jadesola and said, this is their inheritance. We should go and have another one. Her father is here. I will ask him. He's a minister. If he can tell the truth. I will drive her. I will go to her house at Okoko. Take the key, drive her and her mom to military hospital. Please, you can find this one out if I'm lying. They will now tell me, mumu like I am, to go and sit somewhere and be eating meat pie, which I will buy with my own money anyway. I will be eating the meat pie. They will climb up to go and meet doctor. You can find this one out. So one day I was thinking to myself, maybe that was the day the thing just moved a little bit from my. I was like, boy, you are very stupid, though. So you come to the hospital, you sit down here eating meat pie. Your so-called wife has gone to the doctor to this with her mother. So I just came out, and it was a military hospital. You have to behave yourself a little bit there. So I now went to one officer at those one doing guard. This, Oga, please, where is the doctor? He said, doctor, there are many doctors in this place. I said, okay. Where do they have the doctor's office? Where are they situated? Went upstairs. I think second floor. So I went there. When I went there, you can find this one out. When I say something, you can make inquiries. It's very easy. So when I got there, I saw her sitting. Her mother sitting like this. She was sitting like the doctor was there. I was like, so I went there. Said, good afternoon. Like I said, it's a military hospital. One needs to, the way you behave when you're in the general hospital is the way, it's not the way you behave in a military hospital. So I got there. Okay, good afternoon, sir. Say, yes, can I help you? I said, yes, you can actually. Because they have already given them a date for the operation then. So I was like, sir, but this woman is my wife now. He said, which woman? So I was like, how can you give her a date without being there? I mean, who signed for her? And he was like, my friend, I don't know what you are talking about. They told me that her husband is not in the country. You can find out. Yes. He said, her husband is not in the country. Who said that? I look at her and her mother, the chronic liars. I looked at both of them and they were looking at themselves shamelessly or shamefully. I shook my head. And the man too was embarrassed. Said, I am her legal husband. So the man said, well, I don't know what is going on. Maybe you people should go and settle yourself for. That was when I knew the date that he was going to do the operation. It was then, that day, they hid it from me. They hid it from me. So later on, they now, she's telling everybody here that I have scorned, I do this, they went back. When the day she delivered, you can also find this one out. God is my witness. I was not there because I was not told. They didn't tell me. It was after she has delivered. I don't
Excuse
know
me.
if last question.
So they didn't conduct the operation.
They changed the date.
Okay.
They changed the date. Because I already knew that I was coming to steal the child now. Of course, she knew that I'm not the father. When I was at the hospital, when I met the doctor, the second time they went there, after they have had the child, after 3 days of having the child, they now called me that your wife have given birth. I went there. I was the one that paid the bill. And when I was paying the bill, I was upset. I decided to do something. Because the first time she said she gave birth to Jadesola, they charged me 150,000. I was now like, I know private hospital. I follow my friends around now. Even private don't charge 150 as of 2009. General now charge. I will look into it. I didn't say anything that time. I paid 128 that time through my nose, and they collected this. When I now asked them for the receipt, okay, give me the receipt for the 128 I gave. They now started giving me receipt of when she was, all the time she was going to antenatal. I was going to say, this is not the receipt I asked you for. Give me the receipt of 128,000. That was why I decided to investigate the second one. I paid for the bill for the thing. So I now went to a nurse. I said, please, madam, if a lady give birth here, what is the normal charge? He said it's 20,000, but if it's cesarean, it's 25. Say, but because
incubator.
We have not added incubator. We are talking about actual delivery.
Okay, that's yes.
Yes. And this particular day, the money I gave to them at once, she's here, was 120 cash.
Now I want to ask you a question.
Yes.
Because it needs clarification. And if that day you were paying, were you told that that's just for the cesarean, or includes the period that the children were in the incubator up till the point in time when you were making payment?
They told me it was just for the delivery. It was the amount she told me, the 20,000 naira.
No, I'm talking about the total sum that you paid.
I gave, because see, when I got there, they told me this time, but I think what they told me was about 200,000 naira, whatever. I don't know that.
Okay.
But I gave them cash.
Only for the delivery only?
Yes.
Out of everything?
Yes, I gave them 120.
So you paid out of the bill?
No. I paid the full bill. The delivery alone.
Calm down. And listen.
So I gave it to you. Your mother was sitting with
dying. I was dying.
I was coming back to that.
Just a minute.
Okay.
Let me get clarification on this, right? When you got there, you were ready to make payments.
Yes, I was ready to make payments. But I was not going to make the payment. I want to clarify. I was not going to make payment. I already given them the cash. I gave them a cash of 120,000. I gave it to her.
Okay.
I gave it to her.
Okay.
When I gave it to her.
That's 3 days after.
Yes.
So it's not the day you put to bed.
No.
It's referring to.
No. So
3 days after, you claim that you gave her the money.
Yes.
Who told you the total sum to be paid?
She told me.
She told you.
She told me. I don't know whether 200 or 180 or something.
When did she inform you of that?
Yeah, I went.
When you got there.
Yes.
She told. So you went to withdraw cash.
No, I came with cash.
Okay, so you just took
immediately I was called and told that she had put to bed. I called a friend of mine. I didn't have cash. I called a friend of mine. He's white.
Okay.
And he sent me some money.
Okay, so you just took the cash down.
Yes.
Because you knew you were going to make payment when you get there. So when you got there, you asked her how much?
I asked her, yes.
So, but when you got to the point where you were going to make payment, you asked again.
No.
You just made the payment.
No. I gave her the money.
Okay, so it's not you that made the payment.
No, after giving her the money, she was now telling me that this is not everything. That the delivery is not yet complete. And that they are still going to pay for this, they are still going to pay for that. So I became upset. And I remember the last time that they scammed me, she and her mother. So I decided to investigate. If she had collected the money and had not told me that, we will have to make payment for this and that, I probably would have just kept quiet. But she told me there are still some things they were going to make payment for. And this time around, I wanted to be sure. So I gave her the money. She didn't know I was going to investigate, so I went. Unfortunately, the nurses there, because I embarrassed her and her mother, she said she was recovering, she was dying. She wasn't dying because she insulted me that day. Somebody that is dying, that is still shouting and insulting somebody. So I went and inquired. I made inquiry outside at the reception where those nurses were. Then I came back where she was and I told her, "What you told me so amount. The time of that, this was what she said. So she said, I'm shouting on her mother, that I'm talking down on her mother. I said, if your mother could be stealing, I should be able to talk down on her now. I mean, so that was what happened then. So I gave them the cash like I always do and they collect. See, most of the time now, normally I'm supposed to come out here now and say, this is my statement. And then we check most of it, and that was why she told, she first said, perfect liar, that I don't give anything. I only give 2,000, 3,000. But I now reminded her, I say, go to court. I go and print my statement from 2009.
You have it here?
I didn't bring it. All these things I will get. It's not yet time for me to get it. I will get, because I still believe it's a win-win situation for me anyway.
You know what? You see, courts operate with evidence.
I know. I have some.
So it's not just about what you say. Because the minute you said now, I eagerly ask you, you have something to prove.
I have something.
And the minute you
I have something, but I have not
push it aside. Okay.
Not got into this. So that was when she now changed her mind now. That she now said that, okay, once in a while he brings stuff. Before she would tell me I don't do anything at all. That's what she tells people. But because I reminded her and she knows that is truly an evidence, she changed her mind. So from the hospital, I told her, what are the plans? She said that she cannot, that she needs care. That she's SS, this and that. I said, look, if you need care, come to the house. Whoever is going to take care of you will come and take care of these kids in the house with you. I have never had in my life where somebody will give birth and from the hospital will move straight to her parents' house. I said, I have never had that. And I said, if you move from this place to your parents' house, I will not come and see you. I don't know. It means you are married to your parents. And I left because I was upset about the money. The money is what I found out.
That's why you reacted that way.
Yes. So I left. I went home thinking she will come. Later on, I found out she has left the hospital. She went to her father's house. I didn't see anything.
That same day?
No, not that same day.
Which day?
Not that same day.
When did she leave the hospital?
I think the following week or so.
Following week. Did you check her in between the week?
No, I did not. I did not check her. I did not check her because I was waiting for, her mother was always there 24/7. So I was waiting for her to come back home. Now, her mother was always there. And I don't get along well with the mom. But for the sake of the kids, I was willing to make an exception. So I told her, come, bring the children home. I was confident. I have never raised any hand at you. So this one that says I beat her, it's her, it's against her own word. So I went. And later on I found out, no, it wasn't following week. It was the third day she went home. It was the third day she went home. The same nurse that told me that they paid 40,000 naira because he said if it's one person, delivery for one person is 20,000. But since they were two, it's supposed to be 25,000 per person now. Normal delivery is 20,000. Cesarean is 25,000 per person. But because they were two, they collected 40,000 for the cesarean for the two.
Okay.
Not inclusive of the days they will spend there after the operation.
Okay.
That was when I found out she had left. I didn't see anything. 3 months and some days later, her father called me. I remember very, very well. I'm sure he will not deny that one. He called me himself. And he said, but, you surprised me. Oh, I said, I'm sorry, sir. I don't know what happened. What did I do? He said, all this months. He said, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. Your children are here. And you do not even bother to come and check your children. Allow him to speak because he's an elderly man. I don't want to be disrespectful. I said, Daddy, have you finished? Yes. I said, please, if you were not an older man, the way I would have answered you would have been different because I was really upset. You have a son and he's married. He has kids. I said, sir, did your son go to his in-laws' place to go and visit his children and wife? That was the exact question I asked the man, and he will confirm it. That was his question, and he kept quiet. He said it was your wife that called me and asked me whether she could bring the children here to, she needs care, proper care, and all those stuff. And I said, thank you, sir, for the feedback. I said, but for me, I said, for me, if my wife, my child, my daughter, should bring her children after putting to bed to my house, I said, I will say you should wait, sit down with the children. I'll pick up my phone, I will call her husband. My friend, your wife is coming to my house. What is she coming to do in my house? She's coming to look for care. Then you should have told me, this is not a daycare. That was what I was telling the man, her father. That's exactly what I told him. I said, even if my wife is bringing my children to you, you should have at least, my friend, what is going on now? I'm the one that will beg you that day, come on, let this lady come with the children. They need care. I'm the one that should beg you. He said, okay. I'm sorry about that. You have a point there. But what do we do about it? I said, we don't do anything. Please, sir, don't call my line again. Yes, I told him that. With all due respect. I added that one. With all due respect. Don't call my line again. This is an insult on my blessing. I didn't ask her to come there. I asked her to come to the house. Anybody that wants to come and say, the man called you. And that was that. I hope I didn't say anything.
This matter is unfolding as Judge Fumi continues the cross-examination in the next episode.
If your baby daddy is denying paternity of the child to avoid upkeep, or you suspect misattributed paternity situations, submit your case online at www.thejusticcourt.com for a prompt resolution of the matter.